down the city in a new style whip, yeah. Got cop road, groom tap, sukum whip, yeah. CHI got the bang line, KIN. My Hana come a day, I 3-5 look. I put the starters through the bacon, let me cook. I flip the bitch up on the belly by the foot. Top
Greg.
down, yeah, we
Yeah.
cruising
I'm
through
the
the
layer.
nook, yeah.
I'm at your lair.
Yeah.
I'm at the friggin' James Bond villain lair.
Very brave of you, just randomly showing up.
Yeah.
We've spoken for all of 5 minutes. Who the fuck are you? And what brought you to Thailand?
My name is Greg Andersen. I did stand-up comedy for 7 years, and I started and did it in Hanoi, which is weird.
It's weird or weird that you were...
It's weird. No, it's weird that I did comedy for 7 years only in Hanoi. That is a weird... I don't know if anybody's ever been able to say that.
It's a small thing, right?
It's a small scene. Yeah. There's one monthly good international show with Dan Doherty from Standing Bar. And that's, after that, it drops off really quickly. Yeah. You gotta make your own party.
It's you just in a corner of a restaurant.
Right.
Unsuspected.
No, you know what? You know what was really satisfying is I'm used to doing shows and them turning out awfully. Okay, and that's been a while. And then when I went back this time to Hanoi to do my most recent teaching government primary school year, we had a bunch of good shows. It was like,
Pleasantly surprised.
I was shocked. I would tell people, I'm shocked. Yeah, no, it was great. We had a good little run of like months and months and months of solid shows, kind of once a week, you know, kind of thing.
There is no better life experience, though, than failing at comedy. It prepares you, and nothing is as hard.
I did a lot of that.
You bombed.
Right, it's just you. It's all you.
The worst, it's not the bombing, it's afterwards. Like,
right.
I think my first time...
You just want to get out of it.
My second time I did so bad, Ralph Eisen hugged me. I was like,
that's the worst.
And then, yeah, like, I remember a guy at the bar offering to buy me a pint and was like, yeah, man, you're really brave. I was like...
Yeah. I had a rough set recently, and somebody was, like, giving me a review of the show and just mentioned the word asshole, like, in passing. Like, not calling me an asshole, but, like, talking about my comedy in a loose way. And I was just like, that hurts. That kind of hurts. Yeah. It's not great.
This whole asshole shtick you're going for. Like, that's not a character. That's
yeah. This asshole character you play is pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, that's just me, actually. Yeah, thanks, though.
You weren't funny, but at least you were a convincing asshole. Was that?
Yeah. Okay. You got a big future ahead of you in 1980s Karate Kid villain fucking parts.
I got told the other day I give the roast of a British Biff.
Right.
From Back to the Future.
Right. You look like a normal guy dressing up to be, hey, you guys, a little bit from the Goonies. What's that guy's name?
Oh, that was my favorite.
Not Chunk.
That was my favorite roast, is I look like all of the Goonies characters combined.
Yeah, that's a little bit better than mine, but same kind of thing, yeah. Yeah. You have a Goonies face. Good guy and bad guy.
You really didn't appreciate me calling you an asshole, did you? Teaming up with this guy. All right. So, Thailand, just because you'd exhausted.
Thailand is great for comedy right now. We are there. I was just saying this the other night. There is a Bangkok comedy boom.
Right
when
no,
well, I think it's the first time. No, I don't think they've had it before. I think it's kind of the first time it's really taken off. Because when I came here, there was kind of a bunch of open mics all throughout the week, and they were all kind of shittily attended. And then Alex came.
And it was run like an oligarchy. There was kind of this tacit, like, Wednesdays are my day.
Yeah.
No one does anything on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Fridays are his day. No one does anything.
And it was kind of almost seven shows a week, but they're kind of middling shows, you know, sometimes good, but often shit. And then Alex came, and then that was a bump up. But then the clubs opened up. And now it's gone so far that there's 2 clubs right next to each other on fucking a minute away from each other on Khao San Road. 2 full-time clubs.
Because I was away in England when
comedy clubs.
The clubs actually open.
Pretty much.
Both ours and our neighbour club.
Yeah, yours is a real
From
one.
afar, I was like, oh, let's find some way to work together, collaborate together. As soon as I saw how close they were, I was like, oh, it's an Israel-Palestine situation. There can be no peace.
Yeah. And John's a bit of a troll. John has the blinders on, and he gets his shit done, and he just cares about one thing.
So the opening of the club, John Sampson came in.
Mm.
I believe him. It was accidentally ripped the door handle off the club door.
Right. And then he did something like that the last time, you said,
and then
with
he
the
told me,
fucking door frame in the washroom.
that's a whole
You
thing.
said.
That wasn't me. I didn't say that.
You didn't say that?
I-
Somebody said that.
All right.
You didn't say that.
He's a big fella, so let's not throw.
I thought it was somebody else, but I remember seeing that happen, and it was so dramatic. Somebody just walked by somebody just, in the middle of a comedy show, somebody walks into the bathroom, and the fucking door frame explodes. Right? It was like a bomb went off, and there was literally fucking plaster flying everywhere.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So John comes in on opening night. I'm just coming up on shrooms, and he informs me that he might consider suing,
Right. Yeah.
which is a really fun conversation to be having on shrooms.
He makes some wild claims sometimes. He says some shit. He says some wild shit. Yeah. He gets emotionally worked up and
It's fun.
says some wild shit sometimes. I think.
For those that feel life is a tragedy, for those that think it is hilarious.
Yeah. 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 I'm from the outside looking in. I'm a distance away, so it's funny. It's not close up.
I shouldn't find it funny. I should take it seriously.
It is
I
funny.
find it quite.
It is funny. Yeah. Yeah. You do a show and he does 26 minutes at the top. Eh? He's just like a little intro about me. 26 minutes later, show's half done. You know, it's great for me. I'm like, fucking pressure's off. He's done pretty good for 26 minutes to perfect strangers with his show that he's done for the past 20 years.
Fucking hell.
Since the dawn of time.
This is brutal, man.
Yeah.
I mean, does Vietnam not have big egos running clubs? Or
Yeah.
not in Hanoi, at least.
Yeah. And then Poulet.
Cool, eh?
I watched, oh my God, I shouldn't say this. I watched Poulet singing like
I've
Whitney Houston. You can cut this out if you want.
I've seen
Singing Whitney.
hit and miss with the same set.
No.
You
He
never
can
know.
kill. And he can kill with that set.
Yeah.
But just the fact that he can barrel on forwards, like singing Whitney Houston with the words replaced to fucking silence, is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Right? You got to see it to believe it. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah.
It's one.
Yeah. That's a wild show.
So
But I've had good shows there.
big egos, big personalities, but finally there's now what?
Comedians
7 nights a week, 2 shows.
Comedians are
Well,
usually some kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And it's 7 different kinds of crazy. Right?
Yeah.
It's not just one kind of crazy.
There's the
For
people that should be in therapy, but instead
Yeah.
they're shouting at people on stage. There's
People
the people that wanted to do drama, but
Yeah.
there's no
Right.
theatre shows on.
It's
7
a
nights
real
week,
mix.
So
Failed poet. Yeah. You
Yeah.
get the dregs of the poetry community.
yeah, we're the miscellaneous category of the art scene, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's not
There's not a huge difference between drunk ranting at the bar and stand-up comedy, following my dream.
just moved a foot to the right.
I'm an artist. Oh no, it's just a microphone. The only difference is a microphone.
I've had a few comedians who were in bands and just got annoyed having to coordinate 5 musicians.
Imagine doing a show and keeping all the money. Hey? Yeah. Hey, it's
Money.
just me. Yeah.
Hey.
No, I'm dreaming a fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah. Please.
You have to tell me how money is made in this industry.
Yeah, no.
To know, yeah.
Nobody in I realized that, there's a lot of comedians in Bangkok, but they're fucking actually English teachers and fucking semi-employed people and people on the run from immigration and a real mixed bag.
I do laugh when they do these like politically incorrect shows, like, you can't cancel me. And I'm like, cancel you from what? When a celebrity misses it, when Chris Rock didn't get to, oh no, it wasn't Chris Rock, it was Kevin Hart, didn't get to do the Oscar.
Right.
That's a cancellation.
Asian joke?
That cost him $10 million, right?
Yeah.
Gay joke about his
Right.
from 15 years ago.
It
But,
was gay.
yeah, exactly. But, that's a cancellation. But if you get, fired from your $50K a month job teaching English shittily at a shit school, like, well, what do you...
Nobody gets canceled from
Everything else.
teaching English. Yeah. It's not, you're not dealing with Kanye West levels.
Most of these teachers teach at schools where no one speaks English. So no one will
Yeah.
understand any of their jokes
Yeah.
ever. That's the problem. Like, I have no beef with an
When I would
qualified
tell
teacher.
Vietnamese people I did stand-up comedy, you know what their number one question was? What is stand-up comedy? And then I would show them a picture and they'd say, yeah, karaoke. And I'd be like, no, it's not karaoke.
It's karaoke for
It's
people that can't
stand-up.
sing. That's
Yeah.
the game.
Jokey-okey. Yeah.
So now there is, yes, 20 shows a week in Bangkok, arguably.
And there's a Bangkok comedy renaissance, and then the 2 clubs opened up, and now there's comedy way more than 7 nights a week. It's like 14 nights, 14 shows a week, or like 25 shows a week or something.
Which is great, because if you fall out with one of the promoters, you can go next door, no problem.
I think Eric at the club was saying, like, me and Artie do like fucking 60 shows a month, and I was like, well, take it easy, 45, okay? We're not always doing the late show, okay? I've been here for a lot of failed late shows, okay? Yeah, we're doing 2 shows a night when it happens.
Those are LA numbers, you know. Those are Hollywood numbers.
Those are hopeful numbers. Those are like a wish and a prayer numbers. No.
And we get rained off, that's right.
Sure. No, the joint's been great, and I was doing Samson's regularly, and then I stopped just because there was a little tiny bit of weirdness. I showed up and I didn't call ahead, and he's like, it's just me and Floyd tonight. I already gave him his time. And I was like, well, fine, I'm not doing this show anymore.
That's weird.
No, just a tiny bit of weirdness.
I think he'd like welcome you with open arms.
Yeah,
he'd be like,
working for free mostly, you know.
Finally, not just the me and Poulet show.
Right,
no,
right.
That's
but they can do it though. They can do it, and they do it. And they can have good shows like that. Yeah.
I mean, if your goal is
40
prepared
people
to do an hour special,
yeah,
then he's maximizing his stage time.
Yeah. He's the bad guy in every. He's a bad guy in a Skrillex video, eh? You know that? No. He's a bad guy. When people come to town and they want a rapist, they get John Samson. Honestly.
Well, that's funny because I heard something about another comedian.
Cut, and then it freezes, and then we're back. And we've cut out the last 10 minutes. Yeah, a lot of drama. You know, comedy and drama is fucking intertwined.
I mean, there's a few things going on. A lot of the scene's very young. Comedians are very sensitive. Yeah. So a lot of it, we were talking about this last night, comes down to just, I didn't like something he said. And you're like, okay. And this is what I find, like, the older heads in the scene, you, Justin, Stefan,
right,
just don't care. They're, you know, like,
I just want to do
if the summary of the story is I had an awkward conversation with someone in the comedy scene.
Right.
Yeah, that's most of them.
Yeah. Not shocked at all. This is my not shocked face. Yeah.
If you can ignore that and just say yes to every gig you get offered, you'll be fine here. That's
right. Yeah. I'm saying yes to everything now. I'll open a fucking 7-Eleven. I don't give a fuck.
You performed in.
We performed in front of Hitler. We performed in front of the poster of Hitler, a Hitler poster and propaganda for Matt Moore's secret party. I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about it. I know. I don't think I am. I don't think he'll ever see this.
This isn't the only picture of Hitler in Thailand. Thailand has a bizarre
we performed in front of angry-faced, laminated poster Hitler all night. Yeah, and then I said, let's do a Pee Wee Herman thing where every time anyone says Hitler, we all go 9. And I said, how? No mustache. Okay, I can read your face. No mustache. Okay, we're just doing the 9. A little hand gesture, but nothing much. And
you're full Elon Musk.
Right. And then we did that. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good show. We had a great show.
Yeah.
It was packed. It was too packed. There was people standing up, but it was like a storage room above 2 floors above a bar. But yeah, it was good. Good show.
There's a long-standing theory that a bad room makes for a good night.
Yeah. You know, it's less distracting maybe, or like you don't want to look at it. The lighting was bad.
The worst I've ever done is a restaurant where people had not signed up for a comedy gig. Non-consensual comedy is
right.
The only thing worse I think is non-consensual.
When people are just trying to eat. Yeah.
If someone just starts rapping at you in the corner of the house.
I almost started comedy like that. We started and there was only music open mics. So we would do fucking music open mics. The worst. Everyone does a good time.
But the audience are enjoying the music.
Yeah.
And you
totally good time.
Here's a dick joke.
People, people aren't out to see comedy even. No. They're like, what the fuck is happening? And then they don't want to hear your fucking newsflash. They don't want to hear your abortion joke. You know, like, hey, you way to ruin a fucking first date. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've done comedy shows like that. Or no, I've done sets like that at the music open mics. Those were rough, dude. Those were rough. And you know, it's hard to get on top of that. And then we got our own shows later.
Yeah. So the scene is maturing. Comedy's getting better.
Comedy in Hanoi, if there's a map of international comedy places, Hanoi is not on that map, right? It's in a drawer somewhere. Like it's not on a map of world comedy.
So you're doing what, gigs in restaurants in Hanoi? What is it?
Bar, yeah, restaurants.
Art galleries?
No, bars. Just bar shows. A million bar shows. I had never performed in a comedy club till I got to your fucking club on Khao San
We
Road.
were your first.
Yeah,
What an honor.
yeah, yeah. Bar shows where the blender's going and there's traffic outside and you're kind of outside.
Well, the worst is, so in England, summer, obviously, sunsets at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So if you get one of these bars facing the street, people are just walking past and looking
Yeah.
in. Feels like you're doing a set in a shopping mall.
Right.
It's
Right.
incredible. Which
Yeah.
happens in America. I didn't realize
Yeah.
there was a lot of clubs
Yeah.
that are in shopping malls.
That's the, how much would you like to tour America as a shitty comic, like a middle comic? That would be amazing.
Good way to see the country.
Yeah. Oh my God. I would love that right now. Yeah.
Okay. What are we
Yeah.
doing here?
Cruise ships? Would you take a cruise ship job? No.
I mean, so
3-month cruise ship job, shows twice a day, 6 days a week.
cruise comedians used to be the bottom of the barrel, but
Yeah.
now I think that we've plunged so many more depths.
Right.
That cruise ship comedians
Yeah.
are now kind of considered prestigious.
Yeah, they're a professional
Job.
comedian. Yeah, exactly. There's some cutoff.
Hey.
Better than a bullshit open mic where 2 people show up.
You get an all-you-can-eat buffet.
I got this buddy of mine to headline the show at Matt Wharf's, and he did like 90% new material. And I was like, what the fuck was that huge chunk on the fucking genocide and fucking in what's the country next to us?
Myanmar?
Cambodia. What was that whole big 20-minute chunk you did on the Cambodian genocide? What was that? Where'd that come from? That's new, isn't it? Yeah.
Why?
And I was like, dude, if somebody's paying, in my head, after I composed myself, I was like, dude, if somebody's paying 400 baht a ticket, don't treat it like a bullshit open mic where you're trying 90% new stuff.
I think that's the problem. Like the open mics, you should treat them with the contempt they deserve.
Some.
You should be
Sometimes.
bombing. But if you're doing that all the time, then that's
But
the
you should be
muscle
able
you're
to kill.
exercising, right?
If you can
yeah.
kill,
Yeah.
you know what? And you know what I said to him? There's nothing more important than killing for me.
Right.
Right? If you kill, a lot of shit is forgiven. And it's not easy. Right? And it's like, no, I don't do it every fucking time. But if that's the one job, like if you take care of that one job, you're
I think
good.
this is part of why the comedians get so sucked into the drama, because they're not good enough to crush it.
Okay,
So they have an excuse for, oh, I don't get along with that comedian because of blah, 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 blah.
listen to
You're
this.
distracted.
I realized
Be
40
better. Be funny.
to 60% of our community is first, second year comedians. Right?
But then,
Yeah, exactly. There's a whole bunch of people who are brand fucking new, who are just starting to figure shit out, just the beginning of figuring shit out now, a year later. And, you know, that's the scene. That's the open mic scene, is garbage comedians, and then some who've been doing it longer, you know, like, yeah, and it's,
some are showing flashes.
you gotta
It's
wade
okay.
through a lot of shit.
We won't know for 4 years
Yeah,
whether they make it or not.
yeah, yeah. I've been having good sets these days, thank God. A lot of
Yeah.
crowd work. Yeah. And then I did a crowd work bomb at John Sampson's. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta get my material together.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
How bad does it feel to go on after Poulet and Bob?
Poulet was after me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, but I've gone after Poulet. Yeah, yeah. I've had it where he was like stone fucking silence, like dead, like a pin drop you can hear. And then I go on and I do okay.
You never know, right? An audience just likes what it likes. It's
Yeah.
a beast every night.
Yeah. Poulet, he like sets the hook or he doesn't. You know what I mean? It's he kills or it's a fucking train wreck.
Well, it's very
Which is
often
fun.
awkward, and so once an
Yeah.
audience has permission to laugh at that, he's
Yeah.
off to the races.
Yeah. It's like, have you seen Jack Hey Jack or whatever?
Yeah.
With his
Seagull.
seagull shit, his seagull song. He just sings a horrible, horrible song on purpose and drags it out. Pretends like it's over. It's not over. Yeah, no. You thought that was all over? It is not over. I'm still singing an awkward song about seagulls. And we're all gonna listen. Yeah, yeah. This is happening right now. Yeah.
This wasn't meant to be a critique of all the comedians in Bangkok's comedy scene, but it's
It's
more-
funny though. That is, you've seen that before.
Oh yeah, several.
Yeah, yeah, several times. Yeah, yeah. It's always pretty the same, but sometimes it kills. sometimes it bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I respect, like, Ralph Eisen as well can either bomb or kill. And I respect people that walk that tightrope.
Have you seen Ron and the Puppet?
No, I've heard
Oh,
about
you
Ron
haven't
Puppet.
seen
I've never
anything then.
Okay.
Ron and it's like a Middle Eastern guy, terrorist character. And it looks like, you know what I mean? You've seen it a million times, right?
Like Jeff Dunham does.
No, it's like a 7-year-old made it with fucking macaroni and shit. And it's like, one part moves, and it's the arm for some reason. And it goes like this. It's wild. It looks like
Special kind of mental
it looks
illness.
like a 7-year-old made it, right? It looks like a grade school project, right? Exactly, like lower grade school, right? Yeah. Like, woof.
It's nice that he kept hold of that there.
And then he voices the character as a Middle Eastern bomber guy, and he gives it a bunch of, right? He goes on, and shit like that, right? Hilarious, dude. Inside, deep inside, I'm dying laughing. Not outside. Nobody is. No, it's wild. It's like you're on it's like you're on salvia for like 3 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever they give him.
They give him 5 minutes?
That's how
generous of it.
Yeah, if he complains, if he complains once every 3 months, they give him 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
No, yeah. Last time I saw him, he came with his kid, and I went after his kid pretty good, and the kid did not enjoy it, and I felt bad, and I actually apologized to him the next day. And it was funny, though. But I think I called his kid virgin and stuff, and the kid was not happy about it. Yeah. It's not good. It's not my proudest moment.
Okay.
But that was one show. Yeah. I was like, is that not embarrassing to you? Is that like what you saw your dad do? Not really.
Okay, so, but you opened with Bangkok's going through a naissance of
No, it is.
and you've only mentioned awkward comedians.
Yeah. Awful comedians. But we've established that's kind of the scene. No, there is good guys. You know, Kenny's very good, and Daniel's amazing, and Ralph Eisen can do very well, and he's very talented. We've been doing it a long time. And, you know, there's me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Eric and fucking Arnie. That's a good fucking crew. I want to book a show now because there's like I want to give you a chunk of time because you're like looking to do shows now. I tried to put one together with Ralph Eisen, but we don't need more shows right. There's too many shows. We need less shows right.
It comes. Sometimes there's not enough comedians. Sometimes there's not enough shows.
Right.
Usually there's not enough audience.
There's a million shows in Bangkok right now. Yeah. If you want time, there's hours to do. Yeah.
We could just I've seen they do it in New York. You can just perform on the BTS.
Right.
Non-consenting.
Right.
Unsolicited stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Nobody speaks a word of English. That kind of stand-up comedy. Here it's a little different. Yeah. Let's go to Soy Cowboy and perform stand-up comedy for the ladies. Let's get a group of ladies together. A cheering section.
I've noticed a few of your business plans start and end with Soy Cowboy.
I noticed a lot of the girls are standing around in their underwear. You know?
It just seems untapped content potential, doesn't it?
We went to Pattaya and during low season, we did that show, and the numbers were bananas. It was like, it felt like thousands of girls and like
and they
200 guys.
Of you.
Yeah.
Like a zombie.
And we walked down the big street, and then we didn't walk back up it. It was just too crazy. But it was a wild ride, you know? I got my dick grabbed like 3-4 times. And, you know, a couple of hot girls grab your dick in the street, it's going to start to do shit. You know what I mean? It's like I'm getting a boner from chicks grabbing my dick in the middle of the road. You know, it's fucked up.
Next to your friends, it's always awkward.
Exactly.
I don't understand the friends.
Exactly.
I don't understand the guys that go to
start walking a little
with
funny.
their mates.
Right.
Like it's a...
Sometimes they're family. You see a kid? Yeah. That was my joke in Khao San Road. I was like, sometimes you see people bring their kids to Khao San Road. I'm like, what are you doing? Well, at first I'm like, that better be your kid. Okay? That fucking better be your kid. You guys don't look that much alike. Okay? So I want some tests. Let's see some ID.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So, weed dispensary gigs, are they the worst? Are they the best?
Weed is not good for comedy. Booze is amazing for stand-up comedy. And weed...
But the stereotype is weed makes you laugh, right?
Weed makes you on another planet with the fucking joints that they're smoking of this new crazy weed. Those kids these days.
Granddad weed used to make you try.
Exactly. It's not... This isn't Thai stick from 1970. It's like 30% fucking shit. And then the comedian. Okay, one funny one was early days. I think Matt Wharf had a show at a dispensary. We did the first half of the show. It was like a, book show, big show. And everyone went, and then we had a break. And during the break, everybody went to the smoking room, and every single person lit up a joint.
Right.
And they all went around
Gassed themselves.
in like a fucking whirlwind of fucking a tornado of smoke. And then came out, and it was a completely different comedy show. I was on another planet. And I was like looking at the comedy from a long tube, like down the hallway, like yelling down the hallway, and the person's way down there. Yeah.
For a periscope for the feed.
Yeah. Weed and comedy is not great because it's me. I get whacked out of shape by this fucking 4 tokes, and I'm like a different
one
person.
One advice I got is you can explain the premise 3 times.
Yeah,
that's about the speed.
Chris Rocket.
The audience.
Yeah. Chris Rocket. Yeah. And then, so they can be a little way too stoned, often. Well, backstory, Alex Latour does 3 comedy shows, open mics and book shows a week, every single week. Not 100% attendance, but it's not packed all the time. But last show we had 1 person kind of show during a Buddhist holiday, and they couldn't even sell booze. Yeah. 1 person came, and then we had totaled up to 2 people. Yeah.
See, I prefer 0.
Anyways,
if it's getting there, like just comics.
Yeah.
And then I'm just kind of workshopping jokes and getting feedback on jokes.
Writers' room. Yeah, writers' group.
The worst is having audience members where I guess we have to go through the motions.
But you can't do your normal set. You got to do new shit because they've seen all your set like a million times. It's pretty much performing for the comedian buddies, right? Whoever new is there and whatever, Yeah. And then there's a few different moves in Asian dispensaries. We had one, it was almost a hell gig. It was kind of a hell gig. And it was like one of his longest running nights. He had a show for a little bit at a different place, at the first place, Izuzo or whatever, around the corner. And then he went to this rooftop place, 420 rooftop garden or whatever. And it was like you were outside. It was like this place. There was no walls. But there was walls because there was the things you could roll down. And I would also roll the fucking things down. It's like we'd be inside.
Because it looks epic, but comedy is, you're meant to have low ceilings.
You want to seal it all in. And they were like, hey, look, we're downtown, And and they wouldn't budge on that over the course of years. But anyways, my point is...
Good place to do jazz.
My point, loud, rock, And then the neighbors started complaining a little bit. And then we got a noise...
Well, they were half your audience.
We got a decibel level thing, sometimes. And, you could see how loud your claps you got from the decibel level thing. Yeah. And right when it got put in, nobody mentioned it, another one of those.
What's
and I was like...
Rapping?
Right.
Rapping up.
Yeah. Snap.
Snap.
Yeah, right. That's a generation or 2 after me. I'm Generation X, unfortunately.
Oh, is this considered violence?
That's violence, yeah. Silence is violence. And then, so it was a bit of a hell gig. It was like outside, and it was like huge, and people would sit everywhere, whatever. And I watched really good comedians get chewed the fuck up. But I would be loud and walk around with the cordless mic, right? Yeah. And just those 2 put you head and shoulders above.
Stefan Bobner's experienced enough that I've seen him turn around a dead audience.
Right.
With that. And it's
he
tough.
Tries.
You go up on stage, right? And you're like, oh, this audience sucks. This is going to suck.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
You got to work harder.
I need to bring more energy.
Yeah,
to this
exactly.
thing I'm now nervous and resenting having to do.
Exactly. People do bullshit open mics and 2 people show up and then they're like, oh, I'll just go 50%. That's when you have to try even harder just to do okay. You have to kill just to do all right.
So that's a mistake you think the beginners make, is that like, oh, this is just a bullshit show, so I won't take it seriously. No.
That's a harder show. Yeah. Nothing's more important than killing. So if you can kill in that shitty situation, you have to do it differently. You can't do your normal set. You look like a raving psycho, like a person screaming on the train, like...
The other amateur move is when people don't acknowledge the elephant in the room. Like, so this is like, you have to be like...
If a glass drops, you have to try something. You have to say something. Clap or fucking... you have to respond to it, or it's just weird. Yeah. We had one guy, he was doing his set, and the dog started going after this thing under the chair where we were sitting, and it was a rat stuck to the rat trap in the bar. And it was a piece of shit bar in Hanoi. And so during his set, the dog was going woof, 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 and then you heard wee, wee of the little fucking rat stuck to the rat. And we were like, what the fuck is that? And the dog knew exactly what that was. And then we opened it up in the middle of his set, and he didn't mention it. Yeah. They found a rat stuck to a rat trap in the middle of the set that was still alive, and the dog found it.
Because I've heard this as like a hack throwaway line. Like, come on, guys, this isn't TV.
You gotta at least try.
I need your energy so you can respond to me.
Oh, yeah.
But that works both ways, because if the comic
yeah.
is acting like he's on TV and isn't in the room.
It's not their job to do shit. You know, when I first started doing crowd work, I wanted to try to induce the crowd member to say something funny, which is not the right move.
Not their job.
Because it's not their fucking job at all, yeah. And they're not going to do it. It's not going to work. Yeah, 1 in 100 times it's going to fucking work.
I hate that when someone's like, where are you from? And they give... Anyway, so I'll tell a country... No, when people are like, oh, I wanted to tell a joke about France. You're like,
right.
Then don't do crowd work. Just don't hope the person's from the right country.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Somebody came... Matt Tran came to Bangkok, and he said he was amazed at the interaction with the crowd. And it's a bit of a crowd worky vibe now.
Yeah.
And I'm way into crowd work right now. And yeah,
and
Bangkok is dirty. Bangkok is dirty.
That's been fed by people like Ralph Eisen doing Raw, right?
Yeah,
and
that's at least half of the vibe of Bangkok is dirty. You know where I trace it back to is John Sampson's original club before COVID, where Ralph Eisen was living there and
working and
all those guys together.
Yeah.
And I can hear sometimes different comics from that era will go into a dirty mode, and it, to me, in my head, they're doing Ralph Eisen. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, so many of the open micers you talk about got their first start at Raw, and it's
But even before Raw, I think with they would bark every day and just do comedy every fucking day, and then I never did that club, but that's the original club he's got now, right? So I kind of had. But no, that was around for years. That was the Bangkok, that and Wagoda.
Yeah.
You know, that was the scene there. Anyways. And so, okay. One show at the fucking upstairs place. This is the longest story of all time. A guy, an Asian guy, probably from Malaysia, so they probably never smoked weed in his life before, has like 4 tokes of a crazy fucking 20%, 25% joint, 30% joint, and then falls on his head. In the middle, on the side. He's sitting on like a chair stool thing, and just right into the fucking ground and splits his head open. Oh. And in the middle of the show, he's bleeding everywhere. And so they're like,
was he like 25% of the audience?
No, it was kind of busy.
At this point.
It was kind of busy, and he was kind of at the back, and then like he sat down at the back, like under the bar, and it was a long room, and so. Everyone just ignored him, and he was bleeding there. And then they were like, and I was bitching in the audience. I helped him to organize the show. He's brand new. And so I was like, kick him out of here, like get him the fuck out. And they were like, he's injured. And I was like, you know what? You're right. That sounds horrible. I sound like a crazy landlord at this point. Get him the fuck out of here! Fuck God. You're gonna kick out Tiny Tim on Christmas?
You're ruining the show.
Yeah. And then anyway, that was like 1 second. And I said one thing maybe to another person. And then we do the show and nobody mentions it. And then I go up and then the ambulance comes there and shows up during my set. So I have to talk about that. I'm like, oh, the ambulance is here now and let's check in with them. And I guess we shouldn't be interrupting them because this is an emergency now. And shit like that. And then they came. We should cut all of this out. I don't want any of this left in.
In the end, it's just like, hi, I'm Greg. And then I shake hand at the end and that's it. Just to show.
Please cut this all out. And then he turned down the ambulance. And I don't know if paramedic. He's like, I don't want to pay for the ambulance. And then the ambulance patched him up during the show. And he fucking left. Or they left. And then he stayed there for a while, and then he left. We're all bandaged up now. Not a distraction at all. Yeah. That was
Just really wanted to watch the end of your set.
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah. Random Asian dude.
Greg is
I don't look Japanese, maybe? I don't know.
Greg is killing it.
Yeah.
Despite
nothing going on, just a comedy show, and somebody almost died, and they have blood everywhere.
part comedy show, part operating room.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other move is 4 guys from Malaysia or Singapore or something. They come to the dispensary after we do a show.
Malaysians are kind of famous for it now because, like, the
Yeah.
border with Thailand
Yeah.
is just brothels.
They're
brothels.
Muslim.
They can't get that back home. They go
Right.
over the border. They go
Crazy.
wild.
Yeah.
This is their, like spring break. for
Right.
Americans.
It's like being next to Quebec or something.
Is Quebec wild right now?
Quebec is like 18 you can drink. And so Ontario was like
That's how
19. And yeah, especially Americans. Yeah. And then, so 4 Malaysian guys go to the fucking dispensary. They've never smoked weed before in their lives. And then they get a big fat joint. It's like 25, 29% fucking THC, like the strongest in the world almost. They light it up. They pass it around and pass it around. They have no idea what they're doing. And then they sit there for a while, and then they pass the fuck out. And there's 4 guys sleeping at a table. They were just hanging out, and now they're like, Sandman has visited them and
Did
knocked
Thai
the
stuff
fuck
even
out.
blink or just this again?
No, they totally know. Yeah, they don't mention it at all. And then what do? They wake up and they laugh their ass off and fucking leave. Yeah, that's their weed experience, and that's what it looks like from the outside too. That's a like common occurrence. I've seen that 2-3 times, and it's probably happened a million times.
The first time I smoked too much, I found 7-Eleven terrifying. The lights
Yeah.
were strobing.
It's like looking in the mirror on acid or something.
And then everyone's like, ding dong, what do you got? And you're like, "Ah."
Yeah.
And I was stumbling around for like an eternity. And then when I started puking my guts up at home, I was terrified, paranoid my stomach would come out. So I was trying to catch it with my fingers, filtering my vomit.
That's funny.
You'd be relieved to hear that I still have my stomach, so it worked.
Yeah. Flawless plan.
Can recommend it.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. That's funny. Your brain just stops working. I haven't drank in a long time.
Is that why? Just tired of being dumb.
You know what? I need all my faculties together just to do as shitty as I'm fucking doing. You know what I mean? I'm like all hands on deck just to get by. You know? Yeah. I have to try as hard as I can to do this shitty.
I've tried doing comedy drunk and it's never.
No,
as
it's not good.
I need to
No.
drink less one.
Nobody wants drunk Greg or drunk you up there. Yeah.
Again, that's their job. It's their job to drink.
Exactly.
Our job to entertain us.
Yeah.
You can drink half.
You need all your faculties about you just to do okay. You know, just to, if you want to kill, sometimes you can kill. Yeah. But you can't be on another planet or drunk.
So you think the future looks bright then for Thailand's comedy scene?
Eric James really likes Thailand's comedy scene, and he really touts it as actually like a major world center. And Singapore is fucking rocking too. Singapore, there's gigs. It's tiny, it's rich. Their first language is English, and they do theaters there.
Yeah.
I've had buddies do fucking theaters.
So people should come to Bangkok to get their reps in. It's kind of like the MMA fighters.
There's a million
why
shows
here,
here.
right? Come here, get your reps in.
Yeah.
And then
If
talk
you
with that
want
material.
time, people say, and I kind of don't believe them, but there has been, if you're in a scene like New York or London, it's hard to get on stage.
I've had people are paying to get on stage.
Exactly, yeah. Bringer shows.
Bring 10 friends.
Yeah, bringer shows that you have to buy a certain amount of tickets and then they're just yours, yeah. I like doing my own. If comedy's that popular, you just run your own show with a fucking piece of shit rig and try to book it well. You know what I mean?
That's my takeaway from this. Bangkok needs more comedy shows, please.
No, please, no. I was actually planning a show, and then like 1/4 through planning it, I was like, oh yeah, we need less shows right now. We don't need more shows. It's fun to have a different show like bumping mics or the roasts or
I love bucket pool.
bucket pull. You know what?
Yeah.
I didn't do bucket pull until I did that tour down south. But bucket pool was amazing, and it really fills out the whole fucking show.
And people are looking for that
Yeah.
interaction.
They loved
not
it.
just insulting
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
Crowd work right.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
actually, the ability to choose your own adventure. Steer the.
Yeah.
I get some horrible suggestions in Bucket List there. So like I opened it up.
Trump.
It was like. It was
I had some awful
black
ones.
Israelites. And I was
Right,
like,
right. That's better than I got like
all right.
the Jews, and I got like 9/11. Yeah, bar show, right? 2 of them are open mics, and one's a book show. I think no, 2 of them are book shows, and one's an open mic. And that open mic, it's hard to get a spot. You did that one, right? We did that one together, right? Yeah.
What, AJ O'Brien's?
No, not. There's Golden Hour on Thursday.
Oh yeah.
There's Sunday. There's the Law, and Monday there is
Queen.
Royal Queen Seats.
Yeah.
That's his best one, I think.
Right.
Yeah, I think the Monday, because at least there's going to be 15 people though, because the comics. Yeah. No, it's a good show, and so he's got 3 shows a
That's the
week.
old hack. If you do an open mic with everyone having 3 minutes each,
Yeah.
half
3
the
is
room's
quite.
full.
Yeah.
Yeah, but half these open micers don't have a good 3 minutes in them.
Exactly. Yeah. Some people are like, I've given them 8 minutes, and I've been like, that in my head, I've been like, that is awful. And then I gave them 5 minutes, and I was like, that was better. And then I was like, I want to give you 3 minutes because I think you might be actually good at 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I might actually like it.
And I hate when they tell me like, oh, I'm actually better. Give me more time and I'm better. I keep getting 3 minutes.
That's
Give me more
like
time and I'll be
classic
better. You're like,
comedy.
You wouldn't.
You have a certain amount of people who always want to ask for more time. I'm usually comfortable with less time. They're giving me a bit less time at Level Up, and I complained the first time, and then the second time I was just like, you know what? They only want to give me 5 minutes. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Well, again,
and then I'll
they've
hold
got an
them
audience and they got a room to fill. So-
Yeah.
But give people 5 minutes, and if they're crushing it, let them
Right.
on the line.
Yeah.
Don't show them the line.
Sometimes people don't respond to the likes. Chris Ralph Eisen.
Oh, my favorite was Dennis.
Yeah. Oh,
Hilarious.
Yeah. Tell
I
the
showed
story.
him the light,
Right.
and he then overran for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Angrily bitching about how it was outrageous that he was being shown the light,
Right.
and there were much inferior comics to him that went on before,
Right.
much more
Rant.
time.
A good rant
And I'm just like, this is so fun.
An
This
angry
is one
rant
of the best things I've
of
seen
the night.
in Bangkok's comedy scene.
Yeah.
Just
I
not stop
want to work on a rant. You ever rant? You could rant.
I rap.
You're a ranter.
I
Yeah, I don't have like a rant. I kind of like joke, and stuff can happen. Like I have stunts, and I talk to the crowd sometimes.
There's things I hate. Some of the best I've ever done was when we did a roast. No one wanted to roast me. They're all pussy down. So I ended up alone. So I said, it's fine. I'll go up and just roast the crowd for 10 minutes. And I just shat
That's
on
good. People
them,
love that.
the
Stuff-
city they're from.
usually.
I just did a Bill Burr Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Probably not quite as good.
right.
But, but people
When you bomb, it gets more personal, though. I had a guy tell me at Level Up, he was like, "You're just kind of being mean," and I'm like, "Yeah, have you not seen me perform before? That's what happens." No, sometimes my bombing crowd work, it gets weird. It gets fucking weird. Yeah.
Well, once it's been established that you failed up there,
Right.
it's very hard to recover from that nosedive. So you might as well try anything.
Pulling out.
And
right.
sometimes you can. Enough energy thrown it, commit to the bit and do something weird enough.
Yeah.
You cannot listen to people going like, "Whoa, that was rough," but you got
Turning
me in the end.
around a
That's
bomb.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Fun.
That's the dream.
And that feels like a good metaphor for Bangkok's comedy scene. We've turned around a long bomb.
Yeah.
And that,
Bangkok was at a certain level with Wagoda and fucking even Solomon hasn't done a show in forever. It used to be
people were blaming Wagoda, by the way, for Bangkok's level, and I'm like, but that's what happens when there's only one show in
He
town.
was the biggest show in town. Yeah. And then Ralph Eisen got in it, and then Poulet had his show, and then it was at a certain level. We didn't have the 2 clubs, but we kind of had like one so-so show a week, which was great for me. I love that. While I was doing comedy, and then I came here and did comedy every single day.
Right.
Back to back to back. And then we would do 2 shows on Tuesday because we would go to Fatty's. I did that for like 3 weeks.
Fatty's open mic.
Yeah, I just got invited to Fatty's.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Great
said
place.
no, but it could be rough. Fatty's on Tuesday. That's a rough.
Again, is it a comedy open mic or is it...
Exactly, it's a music open mic.
It sucks.
And then they
I see
stop at the end.
Even Lex used to do comedy at Fatty's,
Yeah.
and that was great.
All right, a real comedy night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a music night, and then they stop after the break, and they're like, okay, now we have stand-up comedy, if there's stand-up comedy day. And then you're talking in a restaurant. It's weird. And then so I did it And I think I did it the first time and I did good. And then I did it and then I did bad. It's not an easy room. Like people are just sitting there like they're eating a meal and it's weird as fuck. And then so then I had a Rocky set. And then I was like, now I have to go back and I have to try harder and I have to kill and then I can stop doing it.
But this is addiction.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The way people get addicted, if you win your first 3 times at a casino, you're unlikely to ever get addicted to gambling. If you lose your first 3 times, you won't. The people that get addicted have a big win and a big loss close together. And that forms the addictive behavior where you're like, oh my God, I bombed. I have to go back and try again.
I had my first week was 8 shows a week. And now I'm doing 6 or 7 shows a week. And this is my first night off, last night of tonight in a long time. Yeah. But we had those trips too, so but those were like travel days and vacation days there. Pattaya was back and forth. Yeah.
But Pattaya's
You gotta do
once
Pattaya.
a month though, right?
Pattaya's once a month, and down south is once a month. That's 2 international, well no, Pattaya's not international. But, I'm stretching, can't stand, that's
a big room.
Yeah. No, I did Pattaya and then the southern one, and that was my first gig that they flew me in an airplane for in my life. So that was a big deal for me.
Feeling fancy.
Yeah, I felt totally fancy. And then I did Pattaya right after. And Pattaya was probably the biggest show of my life, 78 people. And it was a challenging show because it was like old retired people, 90% like, it felt like 80%, 70% retired old people, like 70 years old and shit.
Yeah.
I was kind of walking around saying, what are you retired from? What are you retired from?
Because I live in like the Florida of England, Plymouth, Devon.
Okay.
A bunch of old people there. So.
Right. It's gay down there. There's that one gay city, right, on the water.
There's two gay cities and the rest is 80.
Right. Yeah. And that's like the warmest, best weather, kind of.
Yeah.
What's that town called? The gay city?
Brighton.
Right, Brighton Beach?
Well, Bristol's pretty gay too.
Okay. And who's getting those Essex girls? Essex girls is the new hot. If I had a buddy in England in the north, I would say go to Essex, pay girls £10 each, and find the dumbest girl you can find, and then just like dress to the nines.
Canadians used to do this with America, right? Just interview idiots on the street and be like, Americans, right? And you're like,
Tom Green started all. Tom Green was before Jackass, and some people think Jackass ripped off Tom Green.
Tom Green also inspired Joe Rogan.
Right.
Like that? Joe Rogan was on Tom Green's podcast.
Yeah.
This is quite a setup. This is amazing.
Yeah. Tom Green was early days and very inventive.
Hip-hop artist first. I didn't realize this. Tom Green was...
right. Check the OR, you like it so far. Check the OR, you like it so far. How is the club going? How is the club?
Struggling, man. Losing money.
No, the last 2 months, they've broken even or something.
Yes.
So that's a big success.
Yes, that's...
But it's been a dark money fucking cesspool.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah. And I just had to say, like, look, sorry, guys.
Getting emotional.
I can't keep funding this habit you guys have.
Yeah.
Find a way to...
Okay, Lost Boys. Fairy Tale Land is over.
I'm not cracking the whip being like, where's my money?
Right.
I want to buy another beach house.
Right.
I just want the thing to be able to support
You should have seen Igor's set, dude. You would have loved it. Igor did a Guns A-Blazing set in the middle of the show. And everyone was like, what the fuck happened?
Where?
At Matt Wharf show.
Oh my God.
And, And
Igor only has one gear.
Wayne Harris too, the New Jersey Wayne was there, and he did a set, and he said, "I haven't done comedy in a long time."
Igor makes it look easy though.
But then Daniel and Chris were there. So
which Chris?
Chris Ralph. Okay. Yeah. Not Chris Lagoda. Jesus Christ, you're the other Chris.
It's just bizarre that there's 3 Chris's running.
The drama scene, that's the funny part. Let's talk about Hanoi, the structure of the comedy.
I've heard Vietnam is really supportive for comedians and they all like each other and get along.
Vietnam Vietnam is drama. They say about Saigon, Ho Chi Minh, is that they actually get along. There was drama, I know, which is wild. But the shows are not well attended, let's say. But they have some big good shows there. But and then Hanoi's just kind of small. But it can be catty as fuck, and we had crazy drama, you know. N-word drama is endemic. There's always
that got Igor canceled.
that got a guy in my scene canceled too.
We should do, I think.
Yeah. He had the biggest show in town, and he started the chat group that everyone was on.
Right.
And then, but he got his show taken away like that.
Yeah.
And then his the chat group got taken away like that. Like
The problem with Asia
in
is
an instant.
it's the Wild West, and you can get away with a lot of shit. And especially if you're performing to 80-year-olds in Pattaya, no one calls you on your shit.
It's a wild
So
west.
people get away with it for 10 years.
Yeah.
And
You
then,
can have legit crazy people in the comedy community.
and look, I'm supportive of free speech. I think if a comedian's trying to be funny and
Right.
accidentally on stage does something offensive,
Yeah.
but you can see that the intent wasn't to commit
You-
a hate crime,
you-
I'm
yeah.
giving him a lot,
You've
right?
seen the Bangkok scene though. It's a dirty scene. It's
Yeah.
way more permissive.
Yeah.
It's dirty.
And the pendulum swung a little bit too far, and I think people
It
are
all-
a little bit too comfortable,
Yeah.
and rightfully so. Some
Low
African
brow,
American comedians in
low
the scene were
fruit.
like, no,
Yeah. There's been
I'm not
incidents.
comfortable with that.
Yeah. Right. With
and
Eagle.
they even gave him a few warnings, and he
Yeah.
didn't stop. So it's like, okay, then.
It makes him wanna do it more.
Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Yeah. In the middle of the show, I was hosting, and there was like 8 comedians or something. It was a good show. We had a great energy throughout the whole night. And then, like 3/4 of the way through the show, he goes, tell this priest joke about the 2 gay guys, the 2 old gay guys. And I'm like, first of all, just calling them priests is not a joke. Okay,
And I'm not doing
and it's
questions.
your
This
thing.
is
Yeah.
karaoke
I'm not a
thing.
fucking jukebox. And then end of the show, I don't say his fucking joke, and he goes up and says it, and they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, ha ha ha," and yeah. It was pretty funny.
Eagle's a hot mess. So I paid.
He goes a hot man. Well, you have a whole.
50,000 baht a month to be my weed salesman. I
Okay,
found out he was just handing out my weed for free to everyone.
businesses are supposed to make money.
Yeah.
You're not
I'm
supposed
not
to.
learning that.
You're not supposed to light money on fire.
Well, the problem is I come from tech software
Who wants to pay?
where
Yeah.
you spend a bunch of money up front.
Right.
First you get the money, then you get the women sort of thing.
No.
And
They
if
eat
you invest
fucked up
up
people.
front and
No.
trust in people,
No. That's your first.
then the
second
money
mistake.
comes later. And apparently that's not how business works in Bangkok.
It's a flaky industry,
Yeah.
and the standards can be pretty fucking low.
Yeah.
And people are 7 different kinds of crazy.
So it's just hilarious to me that I keep meeting people who are like, "Oh yeah, what happened to your weed? I used to get loads of weed for you."
Right.
Free from
I got
Bangkok."
tons of weed. Yeah, I was swimming in weed for like a
He
month.
was telling us he was handing that all out to dispensaries as samples. But I guess
He
with
was
the
handing.
dispensary.
Yeah, he was stretching the truth a little bit there. Yeah.
Are you
I'm not a
the weed-
dispensary. Yeah, I'm not a dispensary. Yeah.
Ah, damn. Then he owes
I
me a lot of
dispensed
money.
of some fucking weed, I'll tell you that.
Then yeah, that man owes me hundreds of thousands of bucks.
Hundreds of bats. Jesus Christ, you saved me at the end there. Oh, you're gonna pay
Thousands of bucks.
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I lost $11 million on the weed farm. So that's $100K.
$11 million?
No, $11 million bucks.
You fucking totally had me. Oh my god. Oh, you gotta use that as material.
But that's what, $200,000?
It's a lot. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to do math, first of all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
Yeah.
That's I think the key to selling
Businesses
a
are
company
supposed to
and having
make
too
money.
much money. It all goes to your hand.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm golden. Everything I touch.
Yeah.
I'm a
Midas.
genius.
Yeah.
So I just invest. Everyone that came to me with investment.
$3 million.
Had you known me 3 years ago, Greg, I would have said yes to any.
How much did you sell your company for, and how much did you keep of that?
I kept 5 million.
So you suddenly one day had $5 million
Yeah.
that you could just spend.
And I wasted 10% of it on just stupid investment, of which the comedy club is one.
Yeah. How much do you think the Comedy Club cost you? Oh, I don't even want to know.
Same, 11 million baht I've spent on the comedy club.
Oh, so it's equal for the
Yeah.
weed and the Comedy
Yeah, I
Club?
split
11
test those 2 experiments,
And that's like $200,000.
and I vary month by month which one I hated more
Right.
as an investment.
Well,
But
the thing is,
Weed Farm's gone
the
broke.
comedy
Club
yeah, exactly.
might pull out of its
The
sales.
Comedy Club might actually do it. They've had a good 2 months. Yeah.
We'll see.
Eric is great. Eric's a great guy.
To be seen. I remain pessimistic, but desperate.
What were we talking about? I was worked up with the story there, and I was going somewhere.
Oh, the drama of the Bangkok comedy scene.
Oh, yeah. So there's isolated groups of different comedian groups in town, and they hate each other to a varying degree, from extreme to I don't care.
The people at the top of these groups
Yeah.
would like to believe that it's a gang that they're loyal to. The rest of the comics could not care less and mostly just want
None of the
stage
comics
time.
care at all.
Genuine comics.
Yeah. Some of the comics have got involved in drama and then
everyone
gotten
loves a
pissed
gossip.
off. Yeah.
But they'll perform everyone's
Yeah.
stage. They don't care enough to say
yeah.
no to a stage.
Yeah.
With
That's my
like-
attitude. Is I just want to do any show that I want, and I don't want to be held back from doing a show because of drama.
That's my attitude, by the way, if you haven't
Yeah.
noticed, is I don't get involved in the drama of my own comedy club.
You're
I
doing,
will
yeah, right,
anywhere.
right.
I don't get-
That's a good way to do it.
I think it's funny to gossip about Pagoda.
I'm a gossip.
It's funny to
Yeah.
gossip about
So anyways,
Son. I encourage them to do
the
the same
different
about
groups-
me. I just think it's funny.
The different groups are you and John Sampson. You and John Sampson is a big one right
Israel,
now.
Palestine.
Israel, Palestine, 1 minute away from each other on Cowsand Road. 2 fully functioning comedy clubs for some reason.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Bangkok is a huge city and he's 30 meters from us. It's
1 minute away from you, which is like start the sitcom music. And then there's Ralph Heisen and Wagoda, but that's getting old. Wagoda,
both just got bored. They
Wagoda
pretended they
and-
cared for too long.
and it's kind of Wagoda and everybody. Wagoda and Kenny, Wagoda and, I don't know.
I mean, Wagoda sees a lot of competition. He does things that upset people.
There's good parts and bad parts.
He's much better. I'll put it this way. He used to tell people, if you do their show, you can't do my show.
Right, which
He
is
used to
fucking
try that, though.
ridiculous. What are you in Los Angeles?
He's had enough people
This is
whispering in his ear that
Bangkok.
that's bullshit. It's
That's
bad for business.
complete bullshit.
It's bad for the scene.
That's insane.
So as far as I can tell, Wagoda now, his only sin is he likes to gossip. Don't we all? We're doing it now.
Oh, there's various shit bubble. He's for sure a serial killer, and he's got people buried in his basement. But other than that,
Runs a nice room.
Professional, yeah. But I can separate the man from the art, right? His art is the murder, and then the man is running really shitty comedy shows. No, just kidding. I'm fine with Chris. Some people, Chris drives them crazy, and they fly into a blind rage at the thought of being in the same room as Chris Wagoda. And I respect that.
I often dig into it, and what it comes down to mostly is I didn't like something he said. It's like, well, then don't like him.
Most of it's stupid drama. A bunch of it is feelings.
I just find, as a 40-year-old that's managed to survive through life thus far, if someone says something I disagree with, I just say no and move on with my day.
You would have loved this. Let me tell you a funny Chris Wagoda story. We were laughing about this. We still laugh about this. Chris Wagoda tries a character, right? And the character, start of an amazing bit. Chris Wagoda tries a character, and he brings out this character. He's been thinking about this, and he's obviously been working on it. He's got it all worked out. And he comes up in sunglasses with like a blazer on, and he calls himself, I'm the Chinaman, or something like that. And he's a Chinese guy with zero material, and he just keeps repeating, I'm Chinaman, or something like that, right? And to silence. And we're all like, has Chris had a stroke? And he's doing it to complete shock and awe. People are just jaws on the ground.
Is he going full Andy Kaufman? So
it's a little repetitive, which is funny, can be funny. It was kind of funny because it was this ridiculous. It was like 0, 0, 0. You walked in here with nothing. You walked in here with like 3 syllables of material, and you're milking it for.
Is he kind of doing a parody of
7 minutes?
you guys, of the comedians he's seen in Bangkok?
Then he starts doing crowd work with it.
Okay.
And oh my God, he does some wild crowd work, and it was hilarious. And then he brought it back next week, and it was better. And then it was kind of a character.
But that's what you need, new material nights. You need to, it'd be very hard for him to do that at his club.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah. It was Level Up. That was Level
Bangkok
Up.
Comedy Club.
Yeah.
PJ O'Brien's is a great place to try new shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Raw
Pressure's off.
Fantastic.
Pressure's off.
Just go.
Yeah. That's a bullshit open mic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, generally, like, it's one of the better bullshit open mics, but it's not
Well, there's
a
20
ticket paying show with book comedians and I'm on with
there's
Phil.
20 people. So quality
No,
will inevitably
sometimes there's
step up.
one person. I've done it to
No, I mean,
one
but there's
person.
20 comedians.
Yeah, exactly.
So the standard is inevitably low.
12, 13 comedians. Yeah.
If 20 people are doing 3 minutes,
Open
and some
mic.
of them don't have
Dude,
people, yeah, pleasure.
Everyone hates each other. And no, the scene is vibrant and booming. And people kind of stay in their lanes.
Do you know, I really think it's fine.
And then Matt
Settle
Wharf
down.
against the world.
And every
too.
time a bunch of comedians come in, they all find out the gossip and drama. People think they have a thing. The truth is, I would happily sit down for a beer with Samson. I have several times.
You
I
have.
walk past this club all the time.
He came to that show,
Yeah,
which was cool. He came to your show. He came to Alex's roast.
Eagle's the only
Which was
guy
a
in the
great
scene
show.
I actually have beef with. The rest of them I'm fine with.
Igor? Yeah, well, that's not hard. Yeah, Igor's a wild man.
Wagoda, I've invited him and Jenny for double date dinner several times. Me and Eric, we should go for dinner with him. And what I want to do is do a comedy
There's new
festival.
drama. There's new drama. Oh, you told me about the new drama.
Start of November.
Oh, comedy festival?
Do a week of comedy.
Yeah.
Me and Wagoda don't need to work together. We just need to agree on a week. That's
Right.
it. That's
That's
the limit.
good.
I doubt
You know what?
promoters in Edinburgh get along. It doesn't matter. It's not
Exactly.
important. Let's just
Yeah.
do a thing.
That
Put Bangkok
makes
on the map.
sense for the scene. And you know how I did it?
big
You know how I did it? I did in Hanoi. I would get 2 guest comedians to come and visit, and that's half of a great show right there. Right? Nobody's seen them. They're good comedians from a close by place from Saigon or Bangkok or whatever.
Well,
And then
I love the invasion from Vietnam.
And then you book the shit out of them, back to back to back. You book them with all different people. Like, you get them for a night, you get them for a night. And then you book all these different shows, and then they're done. And it's like a festival. When I would do it, it would be like a festival. And it was great.
I don't know how much of it is colonial bullshit, but the French used to write about the Polynesians that they could have anyone's wife. The Polynesians were just very accommodating.
They had no idea.
Apparently it's just because, like, there's not many people on the islands. We need a bit of genetic diversity here.
Right.
So they just invite people in desperately. Please come.
They want the
So that's what I say to any comedian that wants to come, please just mix things up a little bit.
They said,
if I have to hear one more racist puppet show,
right. Yeah. Who would do a racist puppet show?
Rock.
Really? Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Shit happened.
All right. I think we're done. I think we're good.
Good to see you, buddy.
Peace. Always a pleasure.
That was fun today.
Let me know how much of that you
That's
want to cut
the
out.
James Bond villain. Yeah. All that gets cut out.
We just end up with silence.
Yeah. Oh, I should stop the recording.